Hope you are seeing the screen. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to today's class. Yesterday we talked about the meaning of graphics design. We talked about example of graphics design. We talked about the components. We talked about Corel Draw. Then we talk about the components of Corel Draw. Do you have anything that you want to ask me concerning our last lecture? So you understand everything. So which one are you finding it difficult?
Mostly in the
Okay. Well, which one? Which one are you finding difficult?
like
Hope you are seeing it. Okay. Can you come closer so that you'll be able to sit down?
this toolbox. Is it that every year they will advance and add more things into only here or in the whole current?
They just feel like it's not only the toolbox. Sometimes the looks. Like for example, I gave you example of eyedropper yesterday.
Yeah.
This one now, it has tables, but the other one, it doesn't have tables. They may like remove some things or add some things depending. Like the former one now, we can generate calendar 2012 on. We can generate calendar, but this one now, to generate calendar you have to be using coding. So they are just like upgrading it. So it's not an idea that when you learn this you still relearn it. What you just need to be learning is to upgrade yourself. When you find something new, you can easily search, how can I use this thing? So let's continue. Today what I bring for you today is how to type. How do we type? That is typesetting. Can you write? Typesetting, formatting text. How do we save our work? How do we export documents and printing? So the first thing we'll be looking at is typesetting. I hope we remember how we can open Corel Draw. You still remember how we open Corel Draw? Let me just go through it again. You just go to your search button. Then you search for Corel Draw to open. So this is the Corel Draw environment. Let me just briefly explain some things before we start typing. This particular box that you are seeing here is among our components and it's called what? It's called what? This particular box. Eh? The drawing area. That is where we draw our diagram and anything we want to do. Anything that is outside this place, if I put anything here, if I want to print it, it will not be seeing it. So whatever you are doing, after, even though you do it outside, whatever you are doing, you must to bring it inside for you to be able to what? Print and save it well. So it means that what you are typing and what you are doing, it must be inside box. You understand? Do you have question?
Also, is it that when you open Corel Draw, this box will come with it?
Yes. Immediately you open Corel Draw, you just click on okay, it will come with it. Let me open another one so that you see it. Let me just say file. So immediately you click on Corel Draw, it will come like this. It will come like this. So what you just need, if you like, you start setting the width and the height. But for us, for the beginners, you don't need to be doing this. Just click on OK first. You see it, the box will come outside. So what I will advise you now to do, since you just want to type, try to change it to A4. We all know that all our typings has to be on A4, abi? So I've changed it to A4. See, the box now is different from the beginning, the former one, because me, I have some settings that I did before. So now, how do we type? What is the tools we use in typing in CorelDRAW? What is the tools we use in typing in CorelDRAW? Do you remember? Text tools. See it. Text tool. You see it. So if you want to type, this is the tool you use to type. And if you don't want to click on this particular text, which is letter A, you can simply press F8. If you press F8, it will bring out option for typing. So instead of me to come here every time and be clicking A, I can simply press what? F8. That's good. So now, as I press F8, if you notice, it's already showing A. Before, it was showing nothing. So any tool that you carry, any tool at all you carry, it will be showing. So now I've clicked on text box. If I want to type, I will just click on the drawing area. If I click on the drawing area, I can now start typing. You must to click, don't drag. We have two methods of typing. We have the one that we will drag, and we have the one that will just click and start typing. So let me do it again so that you understand. I just click on the text box. I click on the text box. I just start typing. But if in the case what you want to type, the essence of me just clicking on the text box, that maybe I want to use that text for design. I want those texts to be big letters. But if I just want to type a simple letter, I can use dragging method. I will drag to the space. Maybe I want my typing to cover this particular space. So this particular text is always small. If it is normal one, I will just click, see it, big. So I can use this one for design, and I can use this one for normal typing. Maybe I want to write a letter to my friend. It's not a design at all. I just want to use it to type. So that's why I will use this. So let's move on. Which ones should we use now, since we are talking about typing? Which one should we use? The one of dragging or be the one of clicking? Dragging. So I will pick the A. I will now drag, since I just want to type. So maybe I want to type, they said we should type anything, like maybe my first.
Okay, so can I make this?
I can zoom it. Let me click it and zoom. It's not zooming, so I can use this one to zoom so that you see it clearly. You just be clicking on that particular thing you want to zoom. You can use your left to zoom, and you can use your right click to reduce the zooming. This one is plus, this one is minus. Do you get it? So my first class, so that's what I want to type. My first class. So I've already typed this. Now let me zoom inside so that I will see some things I'm doing. So now what I want to do with this my first class is that I want to move this thing to the center. So I will highlight everything. I will just double click inside that box and highlight. That is by clicking my left and drag, or I can equally use my shift and my arrow to highlight. Do you get it? Why am I highlighting is that because when you want to take a text to center, you want to format. That is, you are formatting your text. You want to position your text. What do you mean by formatting? When you are editing, when you are giving a color, when you are giving a size, when you are changing the font alignment, that is what we mean by formatting. That is why I need to highlight. So now I've already highlight. Then I want to move it to center. How do I move it to center? I can simply press Ctrl E. If I press Ctrl E now, you see it's already in the center. Or I come to this place. These are my font alignment. I can say center, I can say right, I can say justify. But our objective is to move it to center. So now I've moved it to center, but if you notice, everything here I type it in small letters. What about I want to change it to capital letter? How will I do it? To change to capital letter, this one is a normal size. Maybe I want to increase the size. It's not changing to capital letter. Caps lock. So if you want to change to capital letter, you can simply press the control for changing to capital letter is Shift F3. When you press Shift F3, you see that you can change to capital letter. How many controls have you learned now? How many controls? So now that I've changed to capital letter, now I can bold it by pressing Ctrl B. But in any way you want to be doing this, you have to highlight it first. Ctrl E, but you must to highlight. Ctrl E with shift to center. Ctrl before you can do anything.
Is this working? This key working?
Yes, it's working. It's already in the center. So if I say Ctrl J now, so if I say Ctrl E to go, are you getting it? No, Ctrl F is different too. Is to find text. So if you say Ctrl L is left hand. If you say Ctrl R is right hand. If you say Ctrl E is center. So you get it? So now maybe
what about
this one is just yes, that's alignment. To write the same way that you are using your controls, that's the same way you can use this one. Then again, there are some other formatting that you can see under this place, text. So anything you are talking about text, if you want to see their function, you go to under text. So now if you say edit text, if you say edit text, you can see many options that you can do with that edit. You see it here. That is bold, underline, your alignment is there too. So let's move on to underline. That means you have to press Ctrl U. Ctrl U is for what? Underline. So we have format our first title. We have formatted it now. So now if we want to continue typing, we have to press enter. If you notice, it's still in the center, but we don't want it to be in the center. We will press our Ctrl J again to make it justify. So now you can now start typing my name all those things. Now if you notice, it is underlined. I don't want it to be underlined. What should I do?
Control.
I will highlight first. Please remember, always remember, if you want to format text, you have to highlight first. So after I highlight, what will I do again? Yeah, I can press the U buttons, this one, once, and what? I can say Control U. If you say Control Z, it will take you back to normal. It will undo it, and you may lost this type. So it is Control U that you will use. Underline. So we have many font formatting, and we have many font size. What do we mean by font formatting? What do we mean by font style? First, font style are very many when you talk about CorelDRAW. This is where you can see font style. That is the writings, how the texts are being written. So if you are the type that normally like text, fine text, where do you get it? You get it under this place. So if I decide to look for some fonts, some crazy fonts like this, you see the way it is, you can choose it. So let's zoom it and see the way it's showing. So you can decide to use this kind of font. But if you are writing a professional letter, don't be using a raw font. The normal font that I will advise you to be using when you are writing a professional letter is Times New Roman or Cabri. If you check here, you see them. You see Times New Roman or Cabri. Let's look for Times New Roman. I always use Times New Roman. It's simple and it's clear. So if I ask you to type something now, which font will you use? Times New Roman. Thank you. So let me look for Times New Roman, or you can equally search for it. I will just double click on the font style. I will now search for Times New Roman. You see it is out already. So I will just locate it and click on it. Yeah, but the normal one you do is Times New Roman. It's not regular, it's not any other Times New Roman. Times New Roman. So that your text will be fine. Then what will be the size? What will be the size? The normal size for normal letter? 14 point. So I will choose 14. So that is how I will set. It's not small. It's because you are typing in CorelDRAW. If you are typing in MS Word and you put 14, it's a big font that even old person can see. So in CorelDRAW it will look like it's small because the zoom level is always at a low level. If you see it now, it's 71. So if you increase it, let's say to page, it will still be small. But if you want to see it well, you have to like zoom it. But after you print this particular stuff now, trust me, it will be big. So that's why you are advised to use size 14 if you want a standard typing. And anything that is in your left hand, you put what? Justify. Anything that is center, you put center. Anything that is right hand, don't put right hand. But you can use, but it is good when you are doing it in CorelDRAW, you can still use right. That is Control R. But in what's it called? In MS Word, you can just use your tab to move it. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. So our main purpose of this class is for us to type and do some formatting. Now we have learned how to type, right? We have equally format, right? So now the next thing we want to do is that how do we save? How do we save? Control S. That's good. So if you are saving, you just simply press Control S. Why do we save? Yes. Yes, so that we can use our information later, so that our information will not be lost. So as I press the Control S, what does it bring out? It brings out a dialog box telling me to choose a file directories and what file name. So what I will do now, I will click on desktop as my own directories. Then my file name, I can decide to change it. What should I put as my file name? I can say type. I can say type F. Then I've choose my, but try to save it as the name that you will understand. Let's change it to type formatting. Then you said? Then I've checked, I've choose my directory. Then what next? I'll save it. So now if you look at, let it come up very well. I want to show you something on the screen. So the file is saving, so we have to like give it some time to save. Let's see whether it's not responding. If you notice, it's not responding, so it has to save. Let's wait for it so that it will come up. Yeah, I think it's now saved. It's done, but the name is not changing. The name supposed to change. It's supposed to change. So let's see whether it will change later, or let's see whether you see it. The title of your Corel Draw will change to the name that you used to save it. In case you are working on your Corel Draw and now ask you what is the file name, you don't need to close it. What you just need to do is to check your title bar and check whether it is saved. And this is our title bar here. You see it's changing already. And if you notice, there is .cdr. This .cdr means that this particular document that you save is a Corel Draw format. Do you get it? Okay, so now after we have already learned how to save, the next thing is how do we print. How do we print? So that means after we have done typing, how can we print our work? What we will do is what? Control P. Control P is the same way where you go to file and you press print. So when you press Control P, be expecting some dialog box to come out. Dialog box is loading. So this is the dialog box whereby you select your printer name, you select whether it is current document, is it current page, how many copies. So it is the printout that will tell you what you want to do, how do you want to do it. But me, okay, you have question?
Like this paper that I said. So if maybe you finish using it and someone should type more, how do you do it? You put another one.
Okay. He asks that how do we put another page? Maybe this particular page is full. How do we add more page? What you will do is that you click on this plus. We have two plus, this one and this one. So if you want to create another page before this page, you will use this plus. But if you want to create another page after this one, maybe this one is your first page, you want to create another page at the back, you use this one. You see it? So we have page 1, page 2, like that. You can continue creating pages depending on how many documents you want to type. Do you get it? So this thing that you are seeing at page 1, page 2, you can equally rename it. You can just right click and rename. You can equally delete it. You can duplicate. You can insert. All those things that we just did now, you can still do it. So if I want to delete now this particular one, I can just right click and say delete. If I want to rename the name, I can rename the name. So but me, there's something I normally do. Instead of me to print directly from the Corel Draw, I do something called export. I export my work to picture to PDF, but I still prefer, except if the person wants it in picture, but me, I prefer exporting my work to PDF. PDF can be opened in any device. Even picture can be opened in any device. So what you will do is that if you want to export, what is the control? Control E. So instead of you to click on this export, you can easily say Control E. Control E will export your file to picture. Why, if you want to convert to PDF, you say publish to PDF. So don't forget, if you are done and you want to share your work to me, you can JPEG it, like as if JPEG. What I mean by JPEG is that put it in a picture format, that is exporting it to picture format. Then you can equally send it as PDF, that is publish it to PDF. If you say export, we can decide to choose many file format of your choice. So under this export, you can still see PDF, you can see PNG, you can see PDF, you can see JPEG. So depending on the one that you want to export. For example, now let's use picture now as an example. I click on the desktop and I say export. Another box will come out so that you can specify the size, the orientation of that particular picture. It wants you to select the size of that particular picture, the weight of that particular picture. So we'll soon round up, just remaining small, so that this is the size. Now I will now say okay, I don't want to touch any of the size, I just want it to remain the same size. If you want to change the color mode, you can change the color mode. So I will just say okay. So if I want to see the particular picture now that I just export, my Corel Draw is not here responding. Let's see, let's wait small so that to see what we have export. So let me go to, so I will just go to here, this is it. I will right click on it if I want to see what I've export. So this particular stuff now, I've already changed it to picture mode. Before I can edit this, I will need some folder or software that we can use to edit document. So I will just open with picture softwares because already in a picture format. So this is how we can export our picture. This is picture. So having said that, let's round up to what we have learned today. We started by opening Corel Draw, then we talk about typing and formatting, right? We talk about saving, we talk about exporting, we talk about publish to PDF. So do we understand the little project we did now? So you can type. What is the tool we use in typing? The text tool. and it is the symbol is what?
F8.
F8 is the key, the key to open it, and the symbol is A. So my classwork now, you are going to type about yourself, you format it. So thank you.